Hi guys, how's it going? I just wanted to pop in here and talk about some tips for sugar cravings. So I have 9, maybe 10 tips for sugar cravings. So I'm having a great day today, got lots of sleep, and I was about to go in and work at a coffee shop, but I just thought I would go live here for a sec before I did. So I hope you're having a great day too. This is almost the weekend, and it's really hot here in Nashville. But anyway, so 9 tips, maybe 10 for sugar cravings. It is really important to give it some time when you're first starting out on carnivore for sugar cravings. You want to I think this is gonna fall. I hope it's not. Okay. So when you're starting out on carnivore, you have to be consistent for about 2 or 3 weeks, or you can't just think, oh, I'm going to have sugar cravings today, one day after I start. You are going to have sugar cravings. It is going to happen, but you have to be consistent about your diet. So if you really want carnivore to work, you have to make sure that you are consistent with eating your meat and eating your salt and eating your fat. So the first things first, I have my list here. You want to eat more meat. So a lot of people think it's like keto, where you just kind of eat small portions and that kind of thing. It's not. It's not like keto. You need to eat a lot, especially if you're dealing with sugar cravings. So you need to eat a lot more when you start. You need to eat 3 meals a day. So that's the second part of number 1. So you need to eat more meat and more fat, and you need to eat 3 meals a day. So don't try to fast. That's number 4. So skipping ahead, so we'll summarize here. Eat more meat. Whenever you have a sugar craving, eat more meat. You almost have to stuff yourself at the beginning of carnivore. You really do. You cannot just eat a little 4-ounce piece of meat when, like you did on keto, and just think, oh, I'll be fine. You know, it's not like that. Or else you are going to run into lots of sugar cravings. And then you want to eat more fat. So you want to eat fatty meat. If you have only lean meat, then add more fat to it. So for example, ways to add more fat is buy fattier cuts. So that would be like a ribeye. You can get a ground beef with more fat percentage. So instead of like a 90-10, get a 85-15, is as fatty as you can. Sometimes you can find like a 73, percent fat and meat, so that is going to be even cheaper probably. So you want to get the fattiest one you can for dealing with sugar cravings. And you want to eat 3 meals a day, because until you get used to a carnivore diet, you are going to probably need to eat 3 meals a day. So with my first month, I ate 3 meals a day because I was so kind of strung out on wanting the chocolate and the bulk, the roughage that I was used to eating. So eating those 3 meals a day really just took my mind off of the things I wasn't getting. Like I wasn't getting my nuts, I wasn't getting the chocolate, I wasn't having, kombucha or some kind of sweet drinks, all the sweeteners. So it took my mind off of it, eating those 3 big hunks of meat and fat and protein. And, on that same vein, don't fast. So you're not ready to fast when you start carnivore day 1. I would not fast at least until you've been doing it about 30 days. And that's only if you come off keto. If you've come off a standard American diet, you may not want to fast at all for the first like 6 months or something. I mean, I have tried to fast. I find that I kind of naturally fast sometimes, but if I think about fasting, then I get more wrapped up in it and more nervous about it and want to eat more. So it's just whatever works for you, but definitely don't put that pressure on yourself to fast the first few weeks. It is just too soon, especially if you're dealing with sugar cravings. So, about eating more, you want to eat about at least like 2 pounds of meat a day. And I mean, of course that has fat in it too, so it's not 100% protein or anything, but I'd say that's a good kind of a goal. Maybe if you're really small, maybe 1.5 pounds, but I say 2 pounds you could probably get down. And then if you eat some eggs too, you know, maybe you could do a little less. But all right, so magnesium supplement, that could be good. I like Natural Calm. If you want to take a different form, like if you prefer pills, try to get a magnesium glycinate, a malate. Those are good forms. I have some options in my Amazon store down below. You can click the link. Also, you want to get more sleep. So more sleep is really important, because if you've ever read about leptin and ghrelin and all that, those hunger hormones, they get all out of balance when you don't sleep. So you're going to naturally feel more snacky, more hungry, and that is not just, you're not just making that up, like it's really happening inside of you. So if you don't sleep, you're going to automatically be more hungry and more unable to control your sugar cravings. So get about 8 hours of sleep. Make sure your room's super dark. Wear your eye mask, wear your earplugs. You know, take sleep seriously. You have to get some darkening shades. Turn off all your devices. Get them away from you. You know, if you can, turn off your Wi-Fi at night. I have a situation where I can't really turn it off at night, but do the best you can. Just keep your devices as far away from you as you can, to avoid that urge to pick them up and stare at them in the middle of the night, because that's really messes up your circadian rhythms. Make sure there's no lights pouring in the room. There's no clocks or blue lights on your TV or anything. Like I actually unplug my TV at night because it has a little light on it, so that stays on all the time. So I have a power strip, and I just turn the power strip off at night just to keep all those little lights off. And then your salt. So you probably aren't going to sleep good if you don't have your salt on target. So I like to eat about 2 to 3 teaspoons of salt every day. If I don't feel my best, and it affects everything. It affects your hunger, it affects your sleep, it affects your elimination, it affects your energy, and if any of those things are off, you're going to be craving sugar. Does that make sense? So 2 to 3 teaspoons. I like the Redmond salt. You can get it in my shop down below. And then once you have your salt on cue, you have to drink water. But the problem is, the more water you drink, the more salt you need. So you have to keep those things in mind. Always drink water, yes, and stay hydrated, but that salt balance is very crucial to how much water you need. So you just have to experiment. But like I said, for me, I drink a lot of water, so definitely need 2 or 3 teaspoons. I mean, I may even need more than that, but I don't. That's about as much as I can get down right now. And then one other thing, a lot of times sugar cravings come out of boredom. So sometimes when you're in the house and you're working, or you're at work and you're working, and there's all this, I mean, I really do believe that EMFs affect us, because the moment I go outside, I automatically feel less stressed and less like hungry and snacky and bored, and you know, fresh air. I just think that all that stuff really affects us, and it's just completely against our nature. It's completely against our nature to be inside all the time. So if you're feeling just kind of fed up and cooped up, just get out and walk and go outside and get some sunshine, because that is automatically going to make you feel better. So I hope these tips have been helpful. I just want to go on quickly and say these little tips. If you want some of these recommendations, you can shop in my Amazon shop below. It links there, and soon I'll be coming out with my ebook, so you can sign up for my list at Grassfed List to be sure you're on the list, so you'll know when my ebook's coming out. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and make sure and subscribe, and if this was helpful, share with a friend. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.